There is a very, very big issue going on the internet that a lot of people don't seem to be talking about. And it is the age verification that the UK has implemented. Now, I don't live in the UK. I don't really give two flying FUCKs about the UK or what they got going on at the moment. But that has slowly crept into the US. And that is a very, very scary thing and a very dangerous thing that could also happen to the freedoms that we have on the internet. So on July 29th of this year, YouTube came out that they are going to be implementing AI tools to monitor and see what you watch to determine your age. Whether you have your age already stated on your account, it will completely ignore that and it will restrict certain features for you until you verify your age. And that is supposed to be coming out on August 13th of 2025. Now, I know what you're thinking. What's wrong with that? You're helping protect kids or whatever. Well, first things first is that is bullshit. I am not your kid's parent, and I should not have to worry about what your kid is looking up online. Second of all, that is just a mask. That is a cover-up. That is not the real issue. That's a real issue for people like me and you, but with the government, they don't care about that. That is just a mask for them to be able to control and monitor what you do online. The way that YouTube plans to implement these things is through ID verification or facial identification via like sending a picture of your face to them, and then they'll verify if you're of age or not. And that is such a bullshit thing that any service has to do, because that puts you at risk through data breaches. Anybody can get a hold of that information and see who you are. This is very similar to what happened on that T app a couple weeks ago, where all their IDs and stuff to verify that they were women. What happened? Somebody hacked in there, backdoored, whatever, and leaked everybody's ID, even pinpoint where they were on a map. This is such a big thing. I would honestly say this is almost as big as the net neutrality act that happened back in 2017 with the boogeyman, the one, the only, Ajit Pai, the man who was hated by the entire internet when he was pushing his bullshit onto everyone. Now, I'm not necessarily saying it's the same thing, but it's got very similar motives. It's basically to monitor what you're doing and verify, and to basically ask them permission for you to do something, which is bullshit. You shouldn't have to do that. Even if you use a VPN, it's not going to fucking matter, because if it spreads from one country to the next, everybody else is going to have it. Or switch your location via VPN and act like I'm in China or something, it'll be completely irrelevant at that point. Now, I'm not super big into that side, so I don't know how much that'll play into it, but it is super, super dangerous. And I, in my entire 24 years of living so far, have always been on the internet from a very young age, since I was like probably 9. And I've had my issues with the internet, and who doesn't? It's the fucking internet. So I get it. You want to help protect kids from stumbling upon porn websites and pornographic content. That's fucking bullshit, because that shit is pushed to kids anyways. I don't care what anybody says. That shit is heavily pushed onto kids on any social media you go on. I don't care. And that is a whole different can of worms to open in a whole different video, how bad corn consumption has come. Because, I'm a man. I've been down the path. I'm not afraid to admit it. I had a bad problem with it when I was like late teens. You know, I've been through it. I've been through the ringer. I've conquered it. And it's a very bad thing. And I get wanting to protect kids from that, but it is complete bullshit. The whole thing is just a mask and cover up to monitor and watch everything you do and control what you do on the internet, and that is bullshit, and not enough people talk about that. So that's all for me. This is my first video. Please, if you have any critiques or anything, please let me know. But please keep talking about this. This is too important to not talk about. This should be everywhere right now. So stay safe out there. I'll see you around.